And today I want to talk about why I got the C70 in 2025.
I do it for the love first, peep the intentions, man. I spit game, but you never learn no lessons, man.
Now, at the time of recording this, it's actually December the 26th. It was the day after Christmas of 2024. And this video gonna come up sometime in 2025, the first few weeks of 2025. But I just want to quickly go over why I got the Canon C70 in 2025. Now, the Canon C70 has been out since 2020 or 2021. Canon C70, November of 2020. So yeah, they came out over 4 years ago at this point, which is insane to think about it. November of 2020 was 4 years ago. We headed to 2025, y'all. We headed into the Black Ops 2 area. I don't know if y'all can see the poster of Black Ops 2. You probably can see it faintly out because it's blurred out in the background, but we're in the Black Ops 2 era. But nevertheless, the Canon C70 is one of my dream video cameras of mine, and it's very specific in video camera because I have a plethora of mirrorless cameras. According to Canon RP, I got a Canon EOS R6 here, and then I just been using DSLR Canon mirrorless cameras for the last few years now, but I needed a dedicated video camera as I step more into the video world, making more BTS videos, sports videos. I'll probably put a whole bunch of clips on the screen as the course goes along. Go over why I chose the Canon C70. But yeah, even though it's a 4-year-old camera, its sequel to the Canon C80 came out during the summertime of 2024 now. But it's just the perfect camera for me. Everything that the Canon C80 upgrades from the Canon C70 is something I don't need. SDI, better video quality, triple base ISO, etc., etc. I just don't need that. Canon C70 does perfectly fine for me. I could definitely see myself growing into it. The Canon RF lenses system is slowly but surely coming a great system. Sigma is releasing crop sensor versions of their lenses. I'm assuming Tamarot's gonna be jumping the bag as well. Obviously, I can't wait until they release full frame lenses. But we're just gonna briefly go over everything. I kind of briefly mentioned in some of the examples here, but we're just gonna go over why I chose the Canon C70 for 2025. Now, out the gate, I bought the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro back in April. I rented it for just like 2 shoots just to try and test it out, and immediately fell in love with it and immediately bought it and started rigging it out from there. Just started putting all the monitors, the batteries, all the accessories and stuff to make it rig it up to make it usable, because it's my first like dedicated video camera. But after many uses of it, many different projects used with a Blackmagic 6K Pro, it just became very prominent that the camera just wasn't too much for me as I thought it was. Just ergonomically, even though it's kind of in the DSLR body shape, it just didn't seem right for me. The lack of autofocus was a big thing for me. I touched more on the autofocus briefly mentioning. The lens system support was pretty good because obviously it's an EF mount, so I have a plethora of EF mount lenses for the Blackmagic. Obviously the menu system is pretty simplistic. The color science is absolutely amazing. So the Blackmagic 6K Pro was definitely a good camera, a good like starting point if you want to get a dedicated video camera, but the shortcomings were just too much for me, and that allowed, and it just opened my eyes to how much I really wanted to get the C70 because it's natively Canon mounted system. It uses the Canon RF mount, so that's another than the Canon RF mount, even though it is still newly developing. Canon slowly but surely releasing more and more development lenses. They open it up to Sigma. I'm assuming Tamron, like I said, is going to be opened up down the line. It's just I think it's kind of like a future proof. Now, a lot of the big things that I noticed from the 6K Pro was that I'm not really future proof for myself. Like, even though you can use the 6K Pro for many years because obviously the EF mount, but if you want to go into the RF mount, that's going to be limited in that fashion. But with the RF mount, obviously you get the speed booster if you need more. Obviously the Canon C70 is a Super 35 sensor, so if you get the speed booster, which I do have, which is going to be good if you want to use EF mounted lenses, especially Canon name brand EF mounted lenses. Blackmagic 6K Pro just a multitude of things, from not future proof for myself. The ergonomics of the body was not suitable for me, even though it's kind of like a DSLR shape. It just didn't fit right perfectly and ergonomically. And then obviously the EF mount system is going to be limited as the RF mount is going to continue to expand. Obviously the Canon C70 is more of a DSLR shape to this fashion. Like, I'm a big body grip person, so every time I get a new camera from the Canon T3i, which I still have, the Canon SL2, which I didn't get body grip for that, but nonetheless, the Canon RP I'm recording on, the Canon EOS-R6, was surprised I don't have the body grip on right now. I've always used body grips on my cameras, and then the Canon C70 itself is really just a body grip DSLR mirror camera that became know and love. So the ergonomics of that just fits way better than I enjoyed in the Blackmagic Pocket 6K Pro. Now I do still have the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Canon 6K Pro, I still have it here. Semi rigged out. Obviously it's missing an HDMI cable, but I still have the battery packs, the old monitor that I use. It's a Sigma 50 millimeter on here. But yeah, just the body shape of it is just very irregular, just ergonomically didn't feel right long term. Even though the button placements is pretty solid and the button quality is pretty solid, just ergonomically long term, it just didn't feel right for me. But versus the Canon C70, it just feels perfectly warm at home. I was an upgraded monitor. I got the same mic. I'll probably do a rig video. Definitely comment below if you want to see a rig video how rig it is. Pretty similar to the Blackmagic that I've done earlier in 2024. But definitely it fits so well. It just fits so well. The monitor like this, the camera just fits so well, y'all. Another thing about the body quality and the ergonomics and stuff like that, obviously the Blackmagic 6K Pro uses MPF batteries from Sony, and the battery life on the 6K Pro is absolutely trash. From the brief testing that I have of the Canon C70, the battery life is absolutely amazing. The BPA 30 batteries that I have, and even you can get the BPA 60 batteries if you really want the BPA 90 batteries if you really need the battery juice. But just having the 2 BPA 30 batteries can last me a decently long day of a shoot, probably like 3 to 6, 7, 8 hours if I could really push it. And obviously, as the Canon C70 is a 4-year-old camera, it's been a plethora of firmware updates. It obviously adds RAW, which I truly don't need. It has a 4K high quality sensor that I've come to know and love from Canon. The Canon color sign is obviously prominent, as I've been using Canon basically entirely in my creative career. Even though the Blackmagic internally is also a 6K camera, so obviously quote unquote can have higher quality than the Canon C70. I am no way in shape or form being held back by the Canon C70's quality. Even though C80 obviously is a 6K camera, it's updated quality, improvement sharpness, triple base ISO, all that SDI. I don't need all of that. That's maybe down the line, like 3 to 5 years, maybe I might need that, but for the time being, I think we see this using this Canon C70 for the next 3 to 5 years. In case you're wondering, I did buy my Canon C70 from Jordan Pomano. He's a YouTuber, tech YouTuber, concert videographer that I've followed for many years, probably like 4 or 5 years ago at this point. I've been following this man, and he put up his Canon C70 for sale. I've been looking to get a Canon C70. I was planning on to do it into 2025, like the first few months, but the pricing is what he gave. Some of the rig accessories that not even attached to on here, but obviously the tilted cage that's on here, the Nitsi battery grip that's on here came with the when I purchased it for him. Now I got a plethora of other stuff. I really want to rig this up, but I like a small minimal rig. And once again, like I said, want to see a video of that, definitely comment down below. I did buy used for just over $3,000. And then obviously with all the accessories, I could easily add up to $4,000, even including the speed boost. They included a lot of things for additional, for quote unquote free for the Canon C70, because obviously if you buy it used, it's right around $3,000, and you do a bunch of other stuff that could easily raise up the price to over $4,000. So shout out to Jordan for that. Now obviously, like I mentioned earlier, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro does not have autofocus, a fully manual focus system, and then just using that on many different projects, I feel like I missed a lot of shots. So I just know autofocus, obviously if you want to get into the cinema world, want to get into the high quality video camera world, you're going to have to use cinema lenses, etc. But I still use a lot of photo lenses. Like I have a plethora of photo lenses from Sigma, Canon themselves, and other third-party manufacturers. But using autofocus just helps me so much, especially when I just need to get the shot. I don't have a first AC. I don't want to constantly pull focus all the time. Like, even though if autofocus can get it wrong, sometimes I can easily micro adjust it to make it right. So autofocus just makes my life a hell of a lot easier, as I'm a big like BTS videographer person. I'm a big like one-time shooter person, where it's not a big set. It's very run and gun. Like obviously I can show you my rig once again. It's a very run and gun setup where not a lot of accessories on here, and maybe if the time comes where I have to build it out, I can build it out to add like a tilted nucleus manual focus system, stuff like that, a DJI focus manual system as well. But it's like I want to give myself limited limitations where I can just need to get the shot. And then just having autofocus just helps me so much in that case. So the Blackmagic not having autofocus was a big hinder for me, and why I wanted to upgrade to the Canon C70. And obviously using autofocus is big for helpful, like I said, for BTS video, but also for sports videos. Shout out to all those sports videographers that pull focus manually. I don't know how y'all do it, because God bless y'all pulling manual focus. Especially missing a shot too. Oh my goodness. I'm big into videography. I go to my yearly for the last 2 years now. I go to my my alma mater TCNJ. You can probably see the hoodie in the background. I have a hoodie, the bomber jacket in the background. So I go there I go there at least 2 to 3 times a year during the football season, and just having autofocus is very helpful. So having autofocus is very helpful for me for all the different things I do, from BTS to sports, just simply having to get the shot in the moment with no do-over retakes. One thing I forgot to mention is now that I have the Canon C70, I don't have to worry about overheating. As I mentioned, doing sports videography, be on the football field and easily be up 80 plus, 90 plus, over 100 degrees, especially if it's in September. The big problem I had with the Canon EOS R6 is obviously overheating. This is the first generation, so it's not the second generation where they approved overheating. But the Canon C70 is obviously a dedicated video camera, dedicated cinema camera, so it has ventilation to export any heat that be internally happening inside the camera. So that'll be obviously very helpful being on the football field, where it could be 80 to 90 degrees, 100 degrees, sun blazing on our backs. And over here, my cameras, I don't have that problem with the Canon C70. And I believe that's all I wanted to mention about it. Obviously, this video is kind of all over the place, but I briefly mentioned EF versus RF and future-proofing. The ergonomics of this C70 is better than the Blackmagic 6K Pro. Autofocus is there. Talk about ergonomics, yeah. I think that's it. Definitely comment down below what you think about my decision. Do you think it was an awful take? Obviously, I will be selling this Blackmagic 6K Pro to recoup some of the money. That I spent on the Canon C70, because obviously I don't need this video camera if I have the Canon C70, because it's, in my opinion, better than the Blackmagic 6K Pro. So definitely comment below what you think about the video, what you think about my decision. Do you think I'm stupid? Do you think I should just go on and got the C80? Do you think the C7 is a good purchase to buy, as it's sitting around $3,000 or so, more or less? And then definitely comment down below. Definitely comment below as well if you want to see a Canon C70 rig. Like I said, it's pretty similar to my Blackmagic 6K Pro rig that I did earlier this year. But some minor tweaks, minor accessories. Shout out to Jordan once again for sending this camera to me, because I am definitely going to put in a lot of work with it for the next 3 to 5 years. Not going to upgrade the video camera, but I will upgrade the photo camera. Like this Canon R6, I might keep the Canon R6, but this Canon RP I might say bye-bye to get a Canon EOS R3. But when that video comes, that video will come. If you like the video, please like the video. I got more content like this always coming soon, so please subscribe. I cannot believe I got a Canon C70. This thing's my dream camera, and it's finally in my hands. And I'm going to thoroughly enjoy it. See y'all next video. Peace.